Hello everyone, it's Patty from PS Paper Crafts and thank you for joining me for another Friday Fun Fold. Today we are making a pop-out panel card. I found this, I don't know if there's others, but I followed Karen Titus. I don't know if anybody follows her, but she's really fun. She makes cards with her husband. They do a lot of fun fold videos. So there's a belly band, and then when you open it up, there's this pop-out piece. And it would stand like this. Isn't that pretty? I have these pieces underneath. I don't think I would do that again if I'm having this size panel. She did all different size panels. You could do like a square, and then you might want to have this back here. But with this size panel, I don't think it's necessary. I mean, you see down, right? But if you're looking at it dead on, you're really not seeing it. You can put a panel back here if you wanted to write a message, but I'm not doing that. I think this is just fun on its own. Many thanks, expressing heartfelt gratitude. So it's really cute, and this paper is very pretty for fall. Let me show you the products I used. So I used the Gathering Leaves. Do I have that right? I never know the names of products. Yes, Gathering Together, this designer series paper. And it has a few different sheets with the leaves, and they're just kind of different colors. See, it's the same pattern, but just different colors. There's the white background, and then there's a white background with some green and yellow. And then there's this other kind of off-white background, would you call it? Maybe basic beige background. And then there's just all these fun, different patterns. There's some pretty gold on some of them. So this is a very beautiful fall pattern paper. And then I used the Gathering Moments stamp set. And I just cut the squares using the Stylish Shapes. But you can use whatever you have. And I actually have the belly band is one of the patterns in here. And then I added some of these Cajun Craze and gold dots. So I love Cajun Craze and crushed curry together. I think they're great fall colors. All right, so we're gonna make this, we're gonna make a Halloween card. So we're in fall, we've got fall, and then we've got Halloween. So we are going to use the Spooky Sweet Designer Series paper. This is a specialty paper, and we're gonna use all kinds of pieces in here. So we're gonna use a tag. So you get a 12 by 12 of all these different tags that you can cut out. This was part of it. This was part of it. And I cut out this tag. And then look at these. Aren't these so cute? I'm not using it, but I think it's cute. There's great patterns. We are going to use one of these. Let me just show you. So we're going to use this one. That was just a scene that I cut out. I think there's another one. So there's pages of tags. There's pages. There's these just, you know, fun patterns. We're using this. And then this. So I cut this down. I just cut it down to the size I wanted. I just cut it across and then cut it out and then cut it down. But aren't these great? And then there's this whole, let me pull this out. There's a couple of pages of these die cuts, and I've used this before, so this may be a repeat. You can fast forward. So aren't these cute? This little, I guess, hippo, and the bird, the crow, and then this little kitty cat. I don't know what she is, but so you can punch these out and you could just add them, and I think they're great. So you get two sheets. You've got the cauldron, you've got the little potion bottle. So these are fun, and it's so easy because you don't have to die cut, and you're just good to go. So we're using Pumpkin Pie, which is one of the colors, and the colors are in the package. So that one's a mess, but if you look, it will tell you all the colors of the patterns that are in the paper. So it's very easy to coordinate. That's one of my favorite things with Stampin' Up. Everything coordinates. So we've got Pumpkin Pie, and then we've got this that we cut out. We've got the panels, and I'll give you the measurements as we go, but I will have a project sheet below with the measurements for all the different pieces. And I did change it up a little bit from what Karen did. and I'll tell you what I did and why. So these are going to be the panels like this plaid. I did have these inside panels, but I'm not going to use them. I cut them, and that was those pieces that I said I don't think we need, unless we were going to make this smaller and you could see it. It seems to me distracting. This is our label. This is our belly band. We have our punches, and then this is our mechanism to make the pop out. So let's get started just by scoring this card base. So the card base is 8 by 5.5, and we're going to just get our trimmer out, and we are going to score it at 2, 4, and 6. So 2, and let's make sure we have our scoring blade, not our cutting blade. It's not in there. Okay, so 2, 4, and then 6 all the way out. And before I put this away, we're going to score this piece, and this is what I did different. This is 1 by 5, and Karen scored it at 1/2. I'm going to score it at 3/8. So 1, 2, 3, because the 1/2 made it to me too long, and I'll show you when we put it down what I'm talking about. And maybe it's just because I'm not as accurate as her. 1, 2, 3. So both ends, and then this will be our mechanism. So I think we could put this away, and let's get our bone folder out. This is going to fold in, and then this is going to fold in, and then this is going to fold this way. So it kind of has like a M, how's that? Or a W, whichever way you want to do it. We always do Mountain Valley letters. That's what we do. So we want 2 pieces here, and these are the pieces. These are each, there's 4 pieces, and they're each 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. We're just going to put these down, and I think this paper is just so fun with the candy and the bats and the stars. So let's just adhere these real quick. And even the back piece is good. You could use that for the belly band. I'm using this other orange piece, but I'm wondering if I should use the black piece. We'll see how it's going to look. So we're going to put that on the outside and the inside flap. And if you want to do different patterns on the outside than the inside, that's fine. And I'm just using my Snail Plus, but you can use whatever adhesive you want. Liquid glue, not Snail Plus, Seal Plus. I'm always saying Snail, that's our old adhesive that we no longer carry. And the Snail Plus, this, oh my goodness, the Seal Plus is stronger than the plain Seal. So you can use whatever ones you like, but I like what I like about the Seal Plus is, and let me see if you can see it, it's all little pieces. It doesn't have to be like broken, and I'll show it to you. I don't know if you could see it, but it's all separate little pieces. So to me, I always had a problem with the Seal because you kind of have to break it. And then this is strong, okay? So we've got that part done. Now, if you wanted to do this, which you can, these I cut a little bit narrower because I cut this narrower. So these are 1 3/8 by 5 1/4. If you wanted to do this and maybe have a smaller pop-out piece, that would be good. But we're not going to use them. And then this piece, so this is the 1 by 5, and we scored it at each end at, what did I say? 5/8. 5/8. Did I do 5/8 or 3/8? Let me see. I think I did 3/8 and I meant to do 5/8. Let's see No, 3/8 would be it, right? Because a half is 4/8. Nope. I'm sorry, it is 5/8. We want to go a little bit wider, and that's okay. So this is a quarter, which is 4/8. So 5/8. I'm glad I read my little, I have a little note in front of me. And then this side 5/8. And it's not going to matter that I already scored it because it's hidden. So we want this to be smaller. And let me show you why. When she did the half, so this is the way we want it. The half brought it right to this score line the way I did it. And then closing it, when I closed it, it shifted. It was just a little bit tight for me. So it's 5/8, so it's 1 by 5 and score at 5/8 on each end. Okay, and then we're just going, I'm going to use some liquid glue for this. We're just going to put this down on both sides and kind of in the middle. And I'm calling this the pop-out mechanism. Sometimes I have a hard time figuring out what to call things. So when I put my instructions in, you know what I'm talking about. And if you were to make this wider and have a smaller piece, she did do one where it was just like a flower. I would make this a different color. So then this is going to come like this, like a little smile, okay? And then, this is such a simple card, to be honest. Then we are going to, I need to cut a mat for this. I thought I had a mat. This is going to be the pop out, but it's going to be on a mat. Let me cut, I think I will do a black mat. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a piece of black. So this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. Because between here is 4, so you want it a little bit smaller than that so that this will close. Okay, you want it to be able to close. And then this is this is the front panel, and this is 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. So it's just got a little bit of a pop of black behind it. And you could even cut this down a little bit more if you wanted to. You just have to make sure it will go between the score lines, okay? So let's put this together. And look at that. Isn't that fun? The pink. You could use the pink in there too. I don't know if it's Petunia Pop. I'll have to check on that. Looks too light for that. Let's see what color that is. Got all the papers here. So that is, yeah, it's Petunia Pop. I guessed right. Okay. All right, and then we're just going to add this here, but you only want a little bit of adhesive here. You don't want to go all the way out because you want it to pop. So we're going to go right where the score line is and just do okay. And then we want to have it top to bottom, left to right. And then it will close. So on this one, see, this is where I'm sorry I did this. See, I have this as a little bit below. I guess I didn't have it even. So I don't know, I may pull it off somehow. I think it's too late. I mean, when it's standing up, you don't see it, but it kind of bothers me. But anyway, so then we're going to put these little characters here. I want to, oh, and I should have done this first. Oh, I should have stamped before I stuck, right? So I'm going to use the Spooky Halloween, and I think this is so fun. These guys are so cute. I'm going to put Don't Worry, Eat Sweets down here. And then I'm going to put Happy Halloween on this in the front. So we're going to use black pimento ink. And I want to make sure that I have this stamp good because I'm going right on a layer of Designer Series paper. Okay, looks good. I should have done this before I put it down. If I make a mistake, I'll just cut out the other one and put it right over. Phew. All right, and while we have this out, let's do our front label. So this is going to be Happy Halloween. And let's give this a whirl. Okay, Happy Halloween. And it actually has little dots of the pink right in there by the candy. I don't know if you can see it, little like specks. Okay, so that's going to go on the front. Let's close up our ink pad. These guys, I'm going to put them down flat because I don't want too much bulk in there, but I thought they were cute. They're trick-or-treating. There's a pumpkin patch behind them and some scary bats. And I'll tell you this paper, if you wanted to make cards with kids, this is fun because you really don't have to do a lot of stamping. There's a lot of the die cuts and the paper is just fun. So you could easily have fun making them without too much stress. Isn't that cute? Don't worry, eat sweets. So it's going to go like this. I don't know what's going on back there. It's got to go like this. That's got to fold that way, like the W. Okay. Okay, I feel like I had the glue on the one side. So isn't that cute? And then we're going to put the belly band around it. So this is that too much orange? We could do the black. Let's see how it's going to look. I think that's good. It's got the little black specks in it. So we're going to put this around this way so that we have the ends in the front, and then we're going to cover the ends. And this is, I think it's 1 by 10. It's probably a little bit too long. I think 1 by 9 would do. Okay. And we're just going to put some adhesive on this end and then on this end. I like to put it together on the card and just press down a little bit and make sure it can go on and off easily. If it's too tight, this is just sometimes a little bit tricky. Maybe give it a little bit more room. I think that's good. Put this down, and then we're just going to put right across the middle. And put this right here. Happy Halloween. Don't worry, eat sweets. I feel like this is, I think I put too much glue. I'm going to take this off. I think the glue is too far over on this side. I'm just rolling it. Let's see if that works better. I feel like it's more on this side, so this side isn't popping. There we go. Got to pop it the right way. Okay, so this is how it looks on the inside when it's standing up. And then you close it and you put your belly band on it. I'm wondering if we need some bling. It has this really cute bling. Come on. Let's see. We have these cute Shimmer Store foam stickers. And I wonder if we could put them in the middle of the candy. I don't know. Let's see how it looks. We'll put a star here. Nah, maybe we'll just put them around. I'm doing the petunia pop. There's different sizes. Oops. And I think that's good. Got some up here. It's not an odd number like you're supposed to do, but I think it's okay. Well, I was going to move these closer together, but they're stuck, so we're good. All right, so this is our Halloween card, and then we've got the many thanks, expressing heartfelt gratitude. And again, if you wanted to put something on the back, you can do that. You can put designer series paper. What I was thinking would be cute is if you made these and put them in front. They might be too tall. Maybe if you made them shorter with the person's name on it as like a place, a name tag for place setting. I thought that would be cute. So, I don't know, just an idea. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm trying to think of what else is going on here. We had our stamp sale yesterday. Let's see what we're doing next week. Next week, we're making a triangle gatefold card. So there's so many different gatefold cards. I may have made this in the past and I don't even remember. Who knows? But it's always new and different because it's different paper. So if you want this calendar, you can subscribe to my email list and you'll get it each month along with a weekly roundup and emails about whatever's going on with Stampin' Up! Or my card classes. I hope you liked this. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and have a great week. I'll see you next Friday. Take care.